Hi Cancer, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing your weekly reading for February. I hope everybody is doing really well. I do want to take a second just to remind you that this is a general reading. It may not resonate with every Cancer sign out there. So guys, take what resonates for you and leave the rest for someone else. Please keep in mind that the energies can reverse. So if it's resonating Cancer, get in where you fit in. But as always, don't force yourself into a reading that's not for you. Spirit, can I have the energy of the sign of Cancer? All right, Cancer, you're starting out with the Seven of Cups in the reverse. You have the Knight of Swords, and you have the Emperor in the reverse. So it looks like you are making decisions. You've got some clarity in a situation that I feel like was very confusing to you at some point. I feel like you were giving unconditional love in a situation, and now either somebody is giving you a truth or you're delivering a truth, because I do see you having cleared up all that confusion and now you're making a decision here. Now, for some of you, you're dealing with somebody who is it's a situation that's out of control, or you feel that this person needs to kind of step up to the plate and that they're not. I do feel like you're being very direct. You're being very honest. You're communicating honestly here. So let me see who's in your energy. Show me who's in Cancer's energy, please. All right, so the person in your energy, we have Judgment. We have the Devil in reverse. And we have the Six of Pentacles. So this is somebody who may have been in a very toxic energy. I do feel like this person has been working on themselves. They're trying to make better judgment calls, and they are bringing more balance into their life. This person wants to come back together with you. They want to bring this connection back together. With the Six of Pentacles, they're going to approach you being very generous here. So you could be dealing with a Capricorn or a Scorpio. Let's see the energy between Cancer and this person. Ooh, they hurt you. They hurt you. Three of Swords. And it's that pain that brought you the clarity that you needed. Again, I feel like you gave this person unconditional love and they were in a very toxic energy. So there's a lot of pain between the two of you. This person, literally also hurt themselves as well. There's just a lot of pain here. Now, for some of you, this was third-party energy. Let me see what's affecting this connection. The Sun. Yeah, you're seeing them so clearly now. The Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. So you're seeing this person very clearly. And you've told this person, look, I want to be happy and I'm going to do what it takes for me to be happy. It's not my job to help you, clear up your toxic energy. With the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse, you may have been involved with this person for quite some time. They're aware that this situation ended because there was no stability and there was toxic energy. So it's forced them, the pain that they've experienced in this ending, and they're definitely feeling the loss of you. And I feel like this person is watching you in some form and they see you being happy. You're living your truth, basically. So I do feel that this person's felt an extreme amount of loss. They could also be having some financial problems because I do see them trying to balance out their money as well. So whatever this toxic energy is, it could have also affected their money. This is where we see them trying to make better judgment calls. But I feel like the pain that occurred between the two of you and the loss of you is what has spurred them to make changes in their life. This person is also feeling like they don't have the support of close friends and family. So I don't know if this person maybe had some addictions or they were just not living a very good life. There is, for a few of you, some third-party energy here. But it's like this person's getting karma, is what I'm seeing. and they have some regrets. Let me see the outcome. It wouldn't surprise me if I didn't see the Five of Pentacles here. When we clarify, yeah, the Star card, you're healing. You're healing, and you feel no need to go in and fix this person's problems. I feel like in the past you did try to help them do that. You know, because we see this unconditional love, and you feel like, okay, I was giving, and, you know, I was loving you, and all you could think to do was hurt me. And now there's just this very honest, living your truth energy. You feel no need to go in and take, you know, responsibility for them, for their actions. You know, you're not chasing after them. With the Star card, this is healing and this is hope. They're hoping to balance it out between the two of you, because now they've been forced to look at themselves and to deal with their issues. All right. Underlying energy here is the Ten of Wands. So this does indicate that there were a lot of problems here. A lot of problems. And it was just burdensome. It was overwhelming. I feel like it pushed you, this painful situation pushed you into living your truth. You had to look at this person clearly. You had to prioritize yourself and put yourself first so that you could be happy. So let's clarify. Spirit, why is the Seven of Cups in reverse for Cancer? Yeah, you feel like this person betrayed you. All right, Four of Cups and the Ten of Swords. This was a painful ending for you. I definitely see it. You feel betrayed by this person. You were over here giving this love, and you felt disrespected. You felt like what you were giving was not being acknowledged. It wasn't being, you know, it wasn't being accepted as the love that you were giving. So you felt betrayed. It was a painful ending. You feel like this person was either looking back at, you know, their past, someone or something from their past, or possibly looking at a third party energy, or introducing it. So yeah, this person is learning quite a lesson, but it was painful for you. Let me see why the Knight of Swords is here for Cancer. Show me the Knight of Swords for Cancer. There's the Ten of Pentacles. You were providing the stability for this person. And for some of you, you were actually helping them out financially as well. So we have the Ten of Pentacles. We have the Seven of Pentacles. You could be making some sort of an investment. And that investment's going to do very well, just as a side note for you. Somebody could have given you some information that made you say, oh, this would be a great investment, and it's gonna really, you know, produce for you. So that's positive. But yeah, Ten of Pentacles in the reverse, this person knows they messed up. You were providing the stability. You were providing the base here. And that's what you want. You're going to be patient. You're going to be patient. You're going to reach your happiness. And I feel like you're not rushing anything. But I also feel like you've been very truthful with this person. And you've said, look, I invested in this connection. I wanted us to be happy. And then they turned around, and due to toxic behavior, they lost you. So I do see you being very patient. You're pursuing your own happiness. You're pursuing things from a long-term perspective, and you are living your truth. You are, you know, I feel very supported by close friends and family, and I feel like they are very truthful and honest with you as well, and you're investing in those things. You're not investing in whatever this chaos was any longer. Yeah, so let me see the Emperor. Why is the Emperor in reverse? Queen of Cups in the reverse, and the Three of Wands. So yeah, you do still have feelings for this person. Some of you may be waiting for this person to take charge of the situation, but you're not going to jump in and do it. You're in the reverse. You're kind of saying, you know what? I've had to build a wall around my heart, you know, because I waited and waited for you. You didn't take control of the situation, and I'll be doggone if I'm going to take control of it. So you've had to build a wall around your heart with this person. I'm getting for some of you that this person wasn't faithful to you. So It's almost like you know they're going to come in and try to fix the situation. Let's look at their energy, though. Spirit, why is Judgment here for the person in Cancer's energy? Why is Judgment here? The Moon. Yeah, they kept secrets. And the Six of Swords. So this person kept a lot of secrets. They know they did. I do feel like they now want to reconcile, though. They now want to bring this together. They want to take this out of the chaos that happened between the two of you, out of the pain, and they want to move forward with you into a happier place. They want to resolve all these problems that we see. So I do feel like they're coming towards you. It may appear that they're not. It may appear that they've moved on, but that's just not true. What they really want is a reconciliation. Why is the Devil in reverse? For the person in Cancer's energy, why is the Devil in reverse? You could be dealing with another Cancer sign. We have the Death card in reverse. And the Ace of Cups reversed. Yeah, they're working on themselves. They're moving directly towards you, though. I just feel like they're not being transparent about this. This loss of you was tremendous for this person. They don't feel like things are completely over, though. They are working on themselves because they've been forced to. Yeah. It's like when you left, all of the love drained out of their life. All the stability. And like I said, for some of you, you may have been even financially helping this person out. So this person is feeling like, they're feeling like they've really screwed up here. And I would have to agree, just from what I'm seeing on the cards. They're feeling a huge loss. Let me see the Six of Pentacles. Show me the Six of Pentacles for the person in Cancer's energy. Yeah, their money is not balanced right now. They're robbing Peter to pay Paul. We have the Two of Pentacles reversed. We have the Sun in reverse. They're very unhappy. They're really unhappy. They want to bring this back together. They want to balance it out. They know they didn't give an equal give and take, and they're going to come in and try to heal it. I don't see the action from them right now, so it's very possible that they're kind of, moving quietly. But just know that is their intention. They're moving directly towards you, wanting to fix the problems. Let me see the Three of Swords. Let's look at the energy between Cancer and this person. All right, there we go. We have the Empress. That's right. I frequently see the Empress pop out for Cancer signs, and that's because through the pain, you have learned your value, your self-worth. For some of you, you may be dealing with a twin flame or a deep soulmate connection, which is why we see this strong tie that's here. But I also feel like this person treated you with utter disrespect, and you're not having it. You're not having it. I love that you're coming out here with the Empress, because that shows me that you've done the work, and now they need to do the work. So with the Page of Cups, that's an apology for some of you, or they could just reach out to you in a very small way. They are also concerned that you've moved on and that you have someone new in your life. They don't know, though. They're unsure about that. They're very unsure about that. So they may be doing some, low-key spying or trying to figure out, have you moved on? Let me see what's affecting the connection between Cancer and this person. Show me what's affecting the connection between Cancer and this person. The Hierophant. We have the Seven of Wands, and we have the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, so they appear to have released and let go. I'm telling you now, they have not. They have not. So you want to invest in something that is solid. You want to invest in something that is going to go the distance, that's going to bring you everything that you want, The Ten of Pentacles is the everything card, basically. It's having, you know, the person that you want to be with, forming a family, having the loyalty, having the finances, basically having it all. And that's what you're willing to invest in. And you know beyond any doubt that you're not going to invest in somebody unless they're committed to the same things that you are. I do feel that for some of you, you may have moved on with someone else. And if so, you may be contemplating whether or not you're going to, you know, commit to that connection. So I do feel like some of you could be in counseling, and this is where because the Hierophant can indicate, you know, receiving advice from a spiritual advisor, a counselor. It's a very spiritual card, and it's bringing you happiness, and you're investing in that. So it's enabling you to stand your ground. You know what it is that you want, and you will accept nothing less. And if that means it comes from a different source other than this person, some of you are saying, that's what I'll invest in. And this person knows it. They know it. They feel like you've released them. You've let them go. They feel that you are involved with someone else. And for some of you, you could have someone new in your life that you're committing to. But I feel like you still feel that this person's going to come back to you. And I do feel like they are. I also see the conflict that occurred here. But that conflict between the two of you, while it was very painful, it's what's pushed you into knowing your value and your self-worth. And for them, that pain has pushed them into addressing some toxic behaviors. I also feel like when this person does finally come towards you, they're going to be able to release and let that guard down. This person, again, I'm seeing financial issues. They've had, you know, an unexpected financial loss, it looks like. And I also feel that this person feels that you've let them go. They're devastated. They really are devastated, but they're not letting you know that, it looks like. Let me see the outcome. Show me the outcome between Cancer and this person. Show me the outcome between Cancer and this person. That's too many, so we're going to do that again. Show me the outcome between Cancer and this person. All right, so we have the Eight of Pentacles reversed. We have the Judgment card, and we have the Nine of Swords. All right, so it appears that you're not really worried about what this person's up to right now. You're not investing anything into this. You're not working on it. You don't feel like it's your responsibility to do the work for them. If you were giving them anything by way of financial support, you no longer are, and you're not even worrying about them. You're over here investing in yourself. You're over here investing in family and friends. You're investing in your own happiness. You're standing your ground with this person, and that's what the Empress would do. You're not chasing after them, and you're certainly not going to do their work for them. So I don't see right now that this healing is going to happen. It's not going to work out currently, but I don't feel like you're worried about it. It's almost like you're saying, yeah, I know they're going to eventually show up. I know they're coming back. However, and you keep that in the back of your mind. However, you're very guarded with this person. It's not that you don't have feelings or care about them. I do feel like you do, because you gave so much, but you got hurt in the process. And so now those boundaries are up. And instead of investing in them, you're investing in you. You're pouring all that love into you. This person wants to reconcile. The first card out for them was Judgment. The last card out for them is Judgment. But they just don't know whether or not it can be worked out. They really don't know. They know that they've really screwed up. This person is very unhappy. They're dealing with things on multiple levels. They're feeling very overwhelmed, very burdened. And it's because they have invested in toxic behaviors here. Whatever that may be, it's going to be different for different situations. They are working on themselves. I will tell you that. They are letting go of all that toxic behavior because it's cost them dearly. It has cost them dearly. And I don't see them actually coming towards you or approaching you. Even if they reach out to you right now, it's just going to lead to more conflict because you're not going to fall for, you know, any love bombing or any kind of, you know, any kind of thing that you have in the past. So I do feel that they do want to reconcile. They don't know if it would work out, if it could be healed. They have hope in the back of their mind, but I don't see them taking the action towards you currently. Yeah, I think they're more or less having to deal with themselves right now and the karma that they have really reaped upon themselves. Bottom of the deck is the Wheel of Fortune. It is in the reverse, and that's a card of karma. It indicates that this is not going to turn in a favorable way currently. It doesn't mean that it never will, but currently this person's got a lot that they're working out. You are also working on yourself, and so... And, you know, if you're involved with a twin flame or a deep soulmate connection, it's just indicating here that that wheel hasn't turned because there's work still that has to be done on both sides. But I definitely feel this person is reaping the karma of their actions right now. So let's pull an oracle card, Cancer, and see if there's any further advice for you. I am pulling for the sign of Cancer. Okay. All right, so we have number 44, and that does tell me that you are in a very stable place right now, which I do love for you. This card is labeled Strength. So let me read that for you. Give me just a second here. It says, your true strength comes not from self-reliance alone, but from a sincere faith in a higher power. And see, that's that Hierophant card right there. The strength to accomplish even the most daunting task is yours at this time. You can connect with and channel the power of the universe. The strength card indicates that your ideas are being tested and refined, and your relationships are being deepened. No matter what happens, nothing can move you off the course of evolution. As the potency of your connections becomes more obvious, you are able to harness the creative energies that are available to you. Have courage and dive in, for magic is in the process of finding a form to take. When you remember that real strength comes from a combination of your efforts and reliance on a higher power working through you, everything is possible. You can do anything now. Ooh, that's very empowering. I love that. All right, I hope you guys have enjoyed the reading. I hope it's given you some clarity in this situation. If you've resonated with this reading, hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. Hype the video if you get the opportunity. And until I see you in your next reading, Cancer, know that you are loved, and namaste.